Welcome to the Living the Dream podcast with Curveball. If you believe, you can achieve. Welcome to the Living the Dream with Curveball podcast, a show where I interview guests that teach, motivate, and inspire. Today, I am joined by singer-songwriter Pam Ross. Pam has developed her own style of music that the fans call Pam music. So we're going to be talking to her about what that is and everything that she's been up to. So Pam, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you start off by telling everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh, gee. I don't know. Go to pamrossmusic.com and you can learn it all. I'm a songwriter, and I was born in Pittsburgh. I spent most of my life in Houston, and I currently live in North Carolina. I travel to Nashville a lot and play there. That's really my favorite place to play, but I play all over the place. And my music is a mix of different genres, country, rock, Americana, folk, blues, pop, kind of throw it all in there and mix it up and see what comes out.
Absolutely. So if someone asks you what genre of music you play, what would you tell them?
Depends on what song you're listening to.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
It's the truth. I mean, the song that's out right now, I'd put that in country, but my next song that's going to be coming out in May, that's a pop rock song. Okay. So really, it depends on the song you're listening to. All
right. Well, tell us what got you into music.
It's just something I've always loved. I always wanted to do it. It's my earliest memories. Just a little kid, I'd be making up songs. They probably didn't mean anything, but I was making them up. It's just, it's just something it's always been in me.
Okay, well, who were some of your biggest musical influences? Who influences you to do what you do?
That's a wide gamut. A lot of different people, and that's probably why my music is the way it is. I mean, I've been influenced by everyone from Elton John, Dolly Parton, and Johnny Cash to, Nirvana, the Foo Fighters, Metallica, Van Halen, the Pretenders, REM, a lot of different people.
Okay. Well, tell the listeners about, you kind of mentioned your song in May, but tell us about your upcoming projects that you're working on that we need to be aware of, and tell us all about it and what it inspired it.
Well, I'm currently releasing my second album called Outside the Box, and I release one song about every 2.5, 3 months. And right now we're on the third song, and it's called Tonight, which you can go online anywhere, all the platforms, it's out there. And my next single is called Have a Good Time, and it's going to be coming out in mid-May. And I'll just continually be releasing songs all year long and playing. I'll be playing a few shows around the Raleigh area. I head to Nashville. I think in the end of May, I'll be heading back up there for a while. And, who knows where else I'll be throughout the summer, different festivals and things.
Okay, well, tell us about some of the artists, big or small, that you've had the privilege to work with, and some of the artists that you hope to work with someday.
My lead guitarist is named Ivan Pettit, and I'm hoping that's how you pronounce his last name. He lives in Canada, actually. And it was just by a stroke of luck that I got introduced to him. And he's played on both of my albums. And, I'm just very privileged to get to work with him. He's an amazing guitarist. He's actually kind of famous up there in Canada. And it was great working with him. He's just so easy to work with, and we did the whole thing as far as guitar work. Me living down south and him being up in Canada, just doing it. And then coming to, he'd send me tracks and I'd listen and I'd be like, let's do this or let's do that. And then I was really lucky to get to work with Mark Frigo in Nashville, and he did all the mixing and mastering, and he just did an amazing job. And he heard my first album and he reached out to me on Instagram, and I went and vetted him out. And he's worked for a lot of the big record labels in Nashville mixing, and he's mixed for some of the greats. I mean, like, he's mixed for Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, people like that. Indigo Girls, like really across the gamut. And so he had struck out on his own, and he was looking for clients. So I was like, yeah, sure. As soon as I start making my second album, I'll get in touch with you, which I did. And he just did a phenomenal job. So definitely, be keeping him for any future projects that I do. And so those are two of the people that I've been very fortunate to work with.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the website, PamRossMusic.com.
Yes, sir. That's it. Now, so you find me anywhere. I kept it simple. I didn't change the name for Facebook or Instagram or wherever. It's just all Pam Ross Music. Go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to Spotify, go to Apple. I'll pop up.
We'll close this out with some final thoughts. Maybe if there was something I forgot to talk about that you would like to touch on, or any final thoughts you have for the listeners.
No, that's it. Just like I said, I'll be having music coming out all year long. I'll be playing all around North Carolina, South Carolina, Nashville, and hopefully some more places like that as festival season kicks up. So be on the lookout. I might be coming around to where you're playing. Go check my music out online, and there's lots of more music to come out this year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, PamRossMusic.com. All you music lovers out there, please be sure to follow, rate, review, share this episode to as many people as possible. Follow us on your favorite podcast app. Visit www.curveball337.com for more information on the Living the Dream with Curveball podcast. Thank you for listening and supporting the show. And Pam, thank you for all you do. Thank you for the great music, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
For more information on the Living the Dream with Curveball podcast, visit www.curveball337.com. Until next time, keep living the dream.